there are some stocks where I've made like 200, 300%. And now it's like end of December, I grew my portfolio by 70%. You just can't grow if you don't take that leap of faith.
So, Idil, can you tell me a little bit about yourself and your background and what got you interested to join Luna?
Yeah, of course. So my name is Adele. I live in Toronto. I moved to Toronto from Turkey for university. I studied economics in undergrad at U of T, and then I started working. I immediately got into like corporate finance, but I had background in marketing as well, marketing internships. But I wanted to know, how do we drive business to commercial success, and how do we drive market growth? How do we drive profitable growth? So I wanted to go into corporate finance. And in corporate finance, I had that experience of managing a brand's income statement, P&L, balance sheet, like the four statements. And with that, I also was able to understand like long-term investing a little bit, or like reading, like looking at a company's financials to understand if I want to invest or not. And I was just, although I wanted to, even though I was working in corporate in Canada, I still was like, okay, I want to have a secondary source of income, but I want something that comes like naturally to me, that aligns with my interest, that aligns with my background. So a lot of my friends, for example, for secondary income, they walk dogs, like they, like, or they like work at a charity, like they work at like a they have like volunteering hours that they get paid for. There's stuff like that in Canada that you can do. Like it's your volunteer, but you still get paid from the organization or from the government. Um, or they were just kind of like modeling, or like just doing like random things, which aligns with their values. And I'm like, none of that really aligned with my values. So I really wanted to learn like stock market investing. And then I think, I don't know how, but I started seeing Celine on my socials, like on YouTube, and I was like super inspired. I, as a person, am typically very suspicious. I'm a suspicious person at first, and I'm like very, I don't, I have trouble like trusting things and people. So I had a conversation with Celine, and then like she spent a lot of time explaining what the program is, what the objective is, like a lot of people, a lot of girls in the program that have gotten results. And through time, I was like, you know what? I want to give this a shot, because if I learn investing, like that even expands my knowledge in finance, right? Like that even goes beyond that. And the reason I joined, even though I knew the fundamental piece of it, and I would say like still I learned a lot, even though I thought I knew, like I still, there are a lot of things, right? Like the PE ratio, the debt to equity ratio, like beyond the income statement, like just reading about the news, like the company, just kind of having a forward looking perspective on the fundamentals. I learned a lot in that program, but the thing that was mainly missing was the technical analysis part. I didn't know how to read charts, when to buy, when to sell, when's a good point to enter, how do you manage risk, how do you think about the opportunity cost, how do you think about, okay, like if I lose X amount, I will make like Y amount, like doing that like risk analysis was super important. And that's why I joined. And I'm super, super, super grateful that I joined. I grew my portfolio. I started investing officially in end of April, and now it's like end of December. I grew my portfolio by 70%.
Oh my
So
God,
like
that's
70%
amazing,
profit.
girl.
Yeah,
Like most hedge funds aren't even able to get a cumulative return of 70% in a year. Like that's
right. Yeah,
insane.
it was really good. Like the calls, I don't think like I could have done that just by going through the modules and like being solo. The program and the Sunday call, the Saturday calls, the school, like the girls talking on school, the girls posting, like having a productive discussion on school really helped me get to that
Okay.
number,
Okay.
because people bring up stocks on the calls, we discuss, we're like, we collectively arrive at a decision, people invest in it based on their strategy and based on their risk tolerance. So that really made me get to that point, and I'm super, super happy. There are some stocks where I've made like 200, 300%, and then of course, like you win some, you lose some, right? Like the world
Yes.
is not like you don't like, not no one like always wins, but it's important to just keep your just keep your strategy in mind, adhere to your strategy at all times, and then also like know who you are as a person. If you love risk, if you hate risk, if you're okay-ish with risk, and then once you do that, you're able to I was able to get consistent results. It's really about not panicking, controlling your emotions, to your
Yeah.
point that you always talk about that, and then also adhering to what your strategy is.
Yeah. I mean, there are a lot of girls I know that have seen your success, and I think a lot of the girls that are inside Luna, they kind of struggle with one thing, which is like they have they have all the resources available, same as you. But I
Yeah.
think the difference between you and maybe some girls that are currently struggling right now is like you
Mhm.
actually execute whatever stocks you see on the feed or on all the
Yes.
stocks that we mentioned on the group calls. You
Yeah.
actually decide to say, "Hey, I'm going to buy this stock." So what do you what would you actually advise and
Mhm.
suggest to those type of girls that they've watched the videos on
Yes.
Podia, but like they're missing that piece of actually executing. How did you
Yeah.
trust yourself to make those decisions? And yeah, what got you to actually make that 70% like year return? Because that's not just, oh, here only once in 50 stocks I made, 50%. It's more
Yeah.
like consistently over time,
Yeah.
all of your stocks in total on average got you 70%. So what would be the advice you would be giving to these girls?
Yeah, that's a really good question. And I think I was more on the advantaged side
Mm.
because like I work in corporate, like I got promoted early in corporate, like at like 26 year olds, I became like a senior manager and I think it was because of this one trait. I make a decision very quickly.
I love
I don't have decision aversion. I am
it.
able to make a decision like quickly and then I'm able to just like execute it. And I feel like the girls who are maybe in corporate or who are like entrepreneurs like yourself or the girls who manage their own business and so forth, I feel like it's easier for them just because if you
Mhm.
don't have that trait, it's super hard for you to succeed. So I would advise girls who are struggling to just build that decision muscle of like because not making a decision is a lot worse than making a wrong decision because then
Mhm.
you're able to learn it's a feedback loop, right? Like you get feedback. The
Period.
yeah
So
it,
good.
there is like the benefit of feedback, so it's either if you win or lose you're better off than not making a decision. So like there's a lot of good books, a lot of resources. I think even on Luna we have that as to how do you like just um avoid that limiting belief of like where does that like what we were talking about before, where does that like why are you not able to make a decision, like maybe you have to scenario plan in your head, maybe you have to do some inner work. So my biggest advice just to like build that decision muscle.
Yeah.
And if and another maybe a good thing would be deciding what are you, because you always invest what you want, what you can afford to lose. Just like start very small, like $5, $10. Like just don't get your if some people are very budget conscious. So like maybe just one day make coffee at home and then put that $5 into like just executing right that stock that you just kind of want to invest in, and you're able to offset even if you lose the $5, you're able to offset and you build that momentum, and you build that momentum like very slowly, like even in the corporate world too, like you might have $1 billion idea, right? But no company is gonna risk that until you've shown some results. So maybe you start with investing 10K in that idea and then seeing that results, and then you're able to get buy-in. Like it's all I think very integrated. So I would suggest just literally just if you're very budget conscious, don't get coffee that day. Invest $5 if you're like or 10, whatever that amount is that you're very comfortable with. And then you're able to build momentum from there. And once you make like $5 into like seven, like you're able to you build that confidence.
Exactly. Man, you give such good advice. I think this is literally what every girl needs to hear right now
Yeah.
because I think it, yeah, as you said, it comes very naturally. I think one thing I stand by also of how I got to this point in my life with
Yeah.
business and everything is literally like when someone takes 5 days to make a decision, it takes me like literally 30 minutes.
Yes.
I just execute. And along the way, as I see any mistakes, oh, this didn't get as good of a result, I'm
Mhm.
going to do something different. And like I get instantly adapting my strategies and you won't know how much you improve if you just
Yeah.
don't do it. So,
Yeah, just do it, right? So many brands like Nike, right? Like one of the biggest brands in the world, and they stand by like athletes that have just gone above and beyond, right? Like they stand by like these stellar athletes. And what is their slogan? Just do it. Like there's a reason. Like I maybe like it's maybe like something that could be interesting to people listening to this is just Google where that slogan comes from of Nike. How did Nike came up with that tagline, that slogan of just do it? It's very inspiring.
oh,
And
really?
it tells a lot about growth. Yeah.
Okay, I love that. I love that. And have you seen any other changes in your life other than, from the financial perspective? Was there
Yes.
anything from the modules that changed?
Yes. One thing that I think the biggest thing for me was emotional control, emotional regulation. I
Mm,
feel like beyond investing, it's super important in investing, but it's super important in all areas of your life. Whether you're managing a business, whether you're working at a corporation, whether you're with your friends or your potential significant other. If you're not able, I don't think okay, a hot take. I don't think a person can be successful in any areas of their life if they don't know how, if they haven't learned to manage their emotions.
absolutely,
That's
100%.
my hot take, like literally. And I will die on this hill. You will not be successful in your friendships, in your romantic life, in your if you're investing, if you are in corporate, like if you don't know how to manage those emotions and regulate, like if you're reactive, if you're always like reacting to things and not responding, like then you will unfortunately you will not be able to succeed. Some people are good at this by nature. I wasn't. I had to learn it.
Okay.
But the beauty is that you can learn it, right? Like you can teach yourself. Like you have to clock that. You have to realize you have to clock that you're not good at it, and then you have to teach yourself. And within Luna, like I think that's what I learned a lot. And I obviously like I was interested in it, so I read other stuff. You just have to go. You just have to keep
Yeah,
learning. Like there's no
absolutely.
end to learning.
Yeah, yeah.
So for that was the biggest thing that also Luna taught me is emotional control and emotional regulation.
Beautiful. Oh my God, I love this. And
Yeah.
I guess you really answered all my questions without me even having to ask any questions. So this is great. I
A
guess,
lot to say.
sorry?
I have a lot to say.
Oh, I love, yeah,
Yeah.
I love it. I love it. I guess the last question that I have for you is if you had to sum up the value of Luna in one sentence, what would you say to someone that is sitting on the fence? So someone who
Mm.
like I would say every single woman needs to learn how to invest. It's like actually like a necessary skill. It's not like an optional, it's
Yes.
a necessary. If you know that a woman like literally needs this, and it just fits her to a T. And she's still having doubts and fears, like you said before, you were a very skeptical person.
Yes.
What would you say to them?
Mm. I would say you never, you never know unless you take a risk. Here's what I would tell them. Because that's what I did. Do your due diligence and then just make a decision. Just do it. Do your due diligence and then just do it. Just give it a chance. Like it's you and in stock market too in life you can never grow, you can never grow if you don't take a risk and if you don't get out of your comfort zone. Because I feel like if they're sitting on the fence, it's like it's kind of getting out of their comfort zone, right? They're like, oh, I'm gonna like invest in this program, I don't know this, I don't know if I will be able to do it, what if I just don't make a consistent and I wasted my money, all of that. Like just again, it's all of that decision aversion, right? They're not making a decision. They're sitting on the fence. They haven't said no or yes. So
Mhm.
it's you're just basically like sitting on the fence. You're like, should I go left or right? Just do your due diligence and then just make a decision and just take the risk. Just have that, just be courageous. Like it's so important to just like take a risk, take a chance. You never know where it gets you. Like I have the areas where I was like oh my God, I'm so glad I did it. Like the stuff that I did in my life that I was like, I'm so glad I did it. Like coming to Canada, right? Like just leaving, coming to Canada when I was 18, for example. I've have did my due diligence and I've just taken that chance, taken that risk. And I've like 95% of the time I've never regretted it. Like including like the Luna, like getting into the Luna program. Probably one of the best things I did in 2025 for myself.
I
Like,
love
you know what I
that.
mean? It's honestly to your point, very necessary skill, and you just can't if whether it's Luna, whether it's changing careers, whether it's starting a relationship, whether it's moving countries, you just can't grow if you don't take that like leap of faith.
Absolutely.
It's just the same thing. Like you just have to do it. You just have to avoid the decision in aversion and just move forward and just do it and take a chance and see where it gets you. Like that's how you grow. That's the proper way to live life if you want to live a beautiful, prosperous life that fulfills you.
Oh, this is so beautiful. Is there anyone specific that you would recommend Luna for?
Within my friend circle.
No, not within your friend circle, just in general. Like, who would you personally
Ooh,
think like Luna
I
is for the right for who would you recommend Luna to?
I would recommend Luna to, selfishly, I'm gonna say like people like myself who people like myself who are very intellectual, who are very stimulated by intellectual activities, and people who don't have a lot of hobbies. Because I feel like this is a very good hobby. Like this is my hobby. Like I don't have a lot of hobbies. I just do Pilates. I hang out with my friends. Like I go to work. Like and I invest and I love like food history and eating food, whatever. But like that's about it. Like people have so many hobbies, right? I feel like if you feel like you're missing that, or people at work who are not very intellectually stimulated, some people feel like, oh, like I do just do this work to just make money, right? Like they're not like join Luna. Like it's so intellectually stimulating. Like if you want the intellectual stimulation, if you don't have any hobbies, if you think that you are very stimulated by intellectuality and learning and just just like um analytics and all of that. I personally know a lot of people who like work in like let's say in a hospital as a nurse, like just like Aaron, right? Like I have a friend like Aaron, who are very stimulated by like other intellectual fields.
Yeah.
So I would definitely recommend them to join and see where it takes them. Like they will never regret it.
I actually didn't expect that answer at all. Like
Really?
someone that like the way you said it is so unique. Like you're like for someone that doesn't have a hobby, like make this your hobby, which is actually like
Yeah, make this your hobby because a lot of people, I feel like in this day and age, we find it hard to be stimulated enough to turn that thing into a hobby, like pottery, for example. Or like people
yeah.
used to have people play like a basket, like people, I think a lot of people have just one hobby that's physical. Like I have Pilates, for example. But I feel like a person needs to have hobbies in at least two, three categories. You have a physical hobby, you have like an artistic hobby, and you have an intellectual hobby, for example. Um, and this is a very good intellectual hobby that I think, like, if you feel like you don't have that many hobbies, turn this into a hobby.
I'm very flattered by that statement. Like that's awesome. All right,
Yeah,
thank you so much, Adele. Like this, like
it's
thank
my
you for your
pleasure.
time. I think this was very, very helpful for a lot of girls that will be learning as they're starting Luna. And yeah,
Yes,
thank you so much for your
thank you, and looking forward to the girls who might be joining in the future. And it's my pleasure.
amazing.